else, you know. I mean, this is the step that I approach first. Yeah, let me tell you more about this independence thing. Actually, it's divided in different levels. So this is the first level, just the combinations against each other. Then the next step would be, what I'm working on, to split this into odd meters. So not only to play combination, all the different combinations you could get against each other, but also phrase odd meters against each other. Like for instance, like 5 against 9, which I would divide like first like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and 1, 2, to make it easier to count. 9 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So this would be 5 against 9. And well, still I have my feet left to play maybe the 7th on the bottom. So so I could do 7 against 5 against 9, which is 1, 2. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, and so thanks. And you know, you can end. This is the stuff that I'm working on right now. Actually, just these kind of layers, like 9 against something like this, and you know, and pattern that I worked on yesterday was, for instance, like messing around just with those 9/16. You can divide them into groups of 3. So for instance, like if you play it with the right side, and I form melodies like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, dum 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 dum. So. So then I can improvise with my left side, for it's like a. Like 3 against those 9, and then I can switch this pattern between all sides. So maybe let's see. Or with the left foot and the right hand. And then of course with the right foot and the left hand. Try to this is my practice routine. I just play the stuff for about 5 minutes and just switch sides. Just start with the right side, then with the left side, right foot and left foot and right hand, and right foot and left hand. So. And yeah, stuff like that. And thanks. So the next step for this interdependence or independence thing would be playing this 9, keeping this, and so far I just soloed on top of it in different time signatures or different modulations, but now I try to get out of this way from the 16th or triplet feel and try to orchestrate this in quintuplets or septuplets over this 9/16 pattern. So we have 9 against 5, 9 against 7, 9 against 4. So I keep this pattern, let's say this 9, played with the feet first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. And then I first play it like in 9/16. Then in 9/8. 4/4. And then I try to modulate it, play 5/9, which would sound like this. I play it first in its own value, in its 16th value, and then I play it in fives. And you will hear the difference then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks. And so this would be the next approach. Actually pretty heavy to play this stuff, just to get aware of like quintuplets against 16th value. For instance, like 5 against 4, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So 5 against 4 and stuff like that, just to be aware how these things work. And the next step, which I'm practicing actually right now actually at home and try to really get better in this, is forming ostinato patterns or loops out of these two elements, and then solo with, you know, the remaining parts. And I really suck so bad in this. But so what I try, for instance, like is play like 5/16 with the right side with the bass drum, and 7/16 with the hi-hat, and then solo with my hands on top of that. But yeah, which would almost, maybe, let's see, so 5 would be, well, I might screw it up right now, but I try to give you the idea, just, you know, that you can maybe do it better than I do. But so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I try to get this pulse, to get the feel for it. I can play it in 4/4 or in 15/16, for instance. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then I start to adding an element in 7/16, which would be 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Basic pattern 5 against 7. I just try to maybe, you know, try 16 notes. Stuff like that, I really screwed up, and then I try to form a groove on top of that. But, thank you. You know, to be very honest, this stuff, well, let me just demonstrate stuff for you. It doesn't sound like it is sometimes difficult or something like that, but this is for, you know, training my musicality on the drum set, or technical approach for practice routine. Much more important than all the chops that I've ever learned. You know, stuff like that, you know, which you like this stuff is really, you know, just the showmanship things, which I also do. I really don't practice them. It really, you know, I really try to focus. Yeah, I know, but I just spent, you know, a little time just to impress somebody. But this stuff here, just this independence thing, or it's much more, to me, it's much more musical, and leaves much more possibilities to really get a good composition going on the drum set. And you will hear that later on your recordings if you really phrase them and put them carefully together. And I'm pretty sure that lots of you guys, you know, if you practice this stuff, you know, will really take it further. Actually, it's a new step, and yeah, this is what I'm actually trying to evolve.